Hey there, mamas. It's your girl, Nina Shea, aka Mama Bear, and you are in the den on the Mama Bear podcast. And we got a good one for you tonight. We have some amazing football moms, a couple of familiar faces on the Mama Bear podcast, and an amazing new mom joining us today. We're just here to do a little preseason check in because we know mamas have the inside scoop. And this year, as you know, some of us have already talked about, it's a different year for
Yeah.
football. And so we just kind of want to talk about what it's like, how we support our boys through this journey. So let me introduce who we have on with us tonight. So first we got Miss Kisha Johnson, Miss Kisha Johnson Brown. All right. She is the mother of Nazeeh Johnson. Nazeeh is he in his fourth year?
Yes, this is
Keisha?
his fourth year this year.
Yes, fourth year in the NFL with the Kansas City Chiefs. He is a two-time Super Bowl champion.
All right, nephew.
He is a cornerback. He's number 13, and Nazeeh has been staking his claim out there this
Yes.
preseason camp. So we just kind of want to check in with my mama on how things are going with her and how things are going on with her son. And then next we have Miss Kellee Greene. Kelly's son is with the New Orleans Saints, and he is a rookie out there, and he's doing the daggone thing already. So we appreciate that, and we're so happy for you, sis. And so Kelly's son is Quincy Riley. He wears number 29. He is a cornerback as well, and he is. We got all cornerbacks on here tonight, huh?
Mhm.
Defense.
Yes.
I love it.
Defense.
And then y'all definitely can speak to everything from the position and
Okay.
who needs to be
Okay.
doing what. But we appreciate that. So he is a rookie with the New Orleans Saints, and we're just excited to have his mom on tonight because she is a diehard mom. And one thing about Kelly, I'm gonna tell you a few things about everybody. But one thing about Kelly is when you see her, you gonna know whose team she's representing. Because if you
I
don't
know
see it,
that.
you see it right now, right?
Excellent.
And she is in the stands from ears to toe representing, so you know her son's
Who
number
that?
and you know the
Who
team
that?
that she's
Who
repping
that?
for.
I know that's right.
And then my girl Carmen Thomas, she is such an amazing sister. Her son is Ambry Thomas, and he is how many years is Ambry in the league, sis?
This is his fourth year also.
Fourth
All
year
right.
also. Amazing. So another cornerback wearing number 23,
Yes,
correct? All
yes, yes.
right. And he is just doing the daggone thing. So last year he was with the 49ers. This year he's with the Minnesota Vikings. And he is out there, making a name for himself too, because all of our moms that are on with us tonight, their sons are out there in camp making sure that they let everybody know they want to be on that roster this year, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Oh,
That's
yes.
right.
Thank y'all so much for joining me. And I just want to talk about, what's going on with you all in preseason, because we know just as much as the boys are, and I call them boys because they're always going to be our boys,
Yes.
but as much as the players are invested in preseason camp, so are you. So, Keisha, just start it off for us if you can, and just tell us what has camp been like for Nazeeh.
This year, this is his fourth year, so camp for him is a little different. Him coming back off of the year removed of his ACL tear, so it's like now he's at his third year. So it's almost like he's a red shirt in college all over again. Even though he's 4 years, but it's really his third year playing.
Uh-huh.
He's excited. When I say I knew the change in him from when he left from the Super Bowl. He started training instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew the mindset was different. Everything was different. So this time in training camp, it's all gas, no brakes, like
Right.
110 everything.
Wow. And so for him, explain that again. You said it's kind of like he's like a red shirt
In
because
college, yeah, it's almost like he's almost like a red shirt in college, because when you red shirt in college, if you
Mhm.
get hurt,
Right.
you're kind of down for a year. So
I
even though
got
he's been with the league for 4 years, technically he's only been playing for 3
you.
because he
Okay.
was hurt his second year going in.
I see. And that second year he was hurt, but he still was a part. He was with the team for the
Correct.
Super Bowl, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
And awesome. And Kellee, what has preseason camp been like for you having a rookie out there?
Oh, it's going well. He didn't get to go through like the mini rookie camps and the OTAs because he had a minor injury coming in. He
Mm,
got that fixed, came out there. He was still out there, learning plays and doing everything else.
hmm.
Mentally, but physically, he's out there. He's been doing great in camp. He leads the team in interceptions. Ball
Awesome.
hawk, just doing what he does best.
I love it. I love it. So has he kind of expressed exactly what that's like for him? Because I know sometimes when they're in it, like my son played in college, but when he was in camp, we didn't do a lot of talking. you know?
Well, um, you know, each day I'll audio message him a prayer, pray with him and everything like that. Then he'll message me back. I keep up on the app. Every little thing comes up, I already know before he tells me. So when I text him, tell him good job, he got an interception, he did this and that. He pretty much knows. That's just how I've always been from little league up to now.
Uh-huh.
Um, he knows he's a mama's boy, so anything I'm gonna know about it. So he don't have to really much tell me because I'm gonna find a way to find out. But
Okay.
he's doing good. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder. He's just trying to prove everybody, hey, he slipped to the fourth round. He thought he was gonna go before that, but like I told him, it's not what we want. It's where God puts you in that place and where you are. Look, you already second on the depth chart. You got a chance of starting as a
Mm,
rookie. So hey, go with it. Show the other 31 teams what they missed out on.
I
Right.
know, right. And Carmen, I know you could speak to that, just you got to show them what you're made of. How's it been
Yeah.
for you? How's it been for Ambry?
So as Kelly stated, we haven't been talking much. She'll talk to the dead more so than me. I
Okay.
send them my prayers over, on a daily basis, and I try to just leave it alone and read what I can read and go from there. And
Right.
mention this here or mention that there. But he's been more focused. I could say he's been more focused, considering the transition from the other team to this new team. So,
Mhm.
it's a chip on the shoulder there also. And,
Oh yeah.
he's ready. And I just told him, to maintain that and because it's not over yet. And,
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, you
just
need that as
keep our
motivation.
prayers up
You need
and
that as motivation.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
keep our
That's
prayers
true.
up and we'll be all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I know there are certain topics, that we definitely can speak to being football moms. And, one of those for me was just kind of, and I'll keep this with you, Carmen, just talking about making the best of every opportunity. So, seeing that Ambry has transitioned from the 49ers to the Vikings, um, I know obviously we know how critical it is for him to be able to show out during camp and dealing with the season or the schedule and the new team, new teammates, new coaches. Um, Let me just ask you, when you're looking at making the most of every opportunity, what was the first thing you thought of when you heard that he was waived from the 49ers? Did you have that, like, that fear, that kind of thing that moms get, like, oh, here we go?
Actually, no, I didn't because it's like, definitely been a mix of emotions, but
Yes.
it, God, this guy's playing, at the end of the day, as long as he stays healthy, it's 32 teams out here, you know, and I keep the faith, everything will be all right, and
Mhm.
on the other hand, you know how brutal like camp and preseason and everything could be for them and us. Because my anxiety of this past weekend was on 1,000. Like I'm pacing around the house. I could not sit down. We're texting it back and forth to each other. I'm texting with some of my other mamas. I was like, it was a lot going on. I had to calm down. Like, but I just feel like if he's a resilient, my son is very resilient. So I know he's going to press forward to whatever team he's with.
Mhm.
And and we are, and I just try to keep him, uplifted because we aren't out that safe zone yet, for him to be traded off elsewhere. But,
Right.
you know, as long as he just stays healthy,
Right.
and keep that mental health together, I think we'll be all right.
So what do you do to encourage him to, just keep his mental together and take advantage of every snap and, don't worry about what everybody else is doing and what people are saying, because, everybody's got to judge you up and, size you up rather and judge you. How do you connect with him to try to keep him focused and positive?
So I wouldn't consider it as being cocky, but more so confident. So I'm concerned, like, "Ooh, you got this, we the best, like that's what it is. That's the mindset that you have to keep, and you'll get out there and prosper, just,
Right.
you know what you're capable of, we've seen it before. We know it's there,
Yeah.
you've gotten stronger, faster. So, just make the best out of whatever opportunity comes your way, whatever team it is.
Yes, and I remember that about you last year when we spoke. Like you said, it's not arrogance, it's not cockiness, but it's confidence. And you were like, "Look, don't worry about nothing."
Yeah,
It's
not at
matter of
all.
fact, going into the Super Bowl, the two of you,
Yeah. We
like,
had fun that
okay,
night.
we gonna see.
Yes.
So
But
I love
like I say, it's just like, just keep the prayers up. Like, man, that's the main focus, and keep the kids' minds right, and they'll be all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that is our job. That is, what we've been doing. Like Kelly said, we've been doing this since Pop Warner, and
Right.
it's not going to stop now. As a matter of fact, the circle just, it broadens because now you have other moms, that are in that same, they're in that cycle. They're praying for each other, helping, help lifting you up, praying for your son. So yeah, we never stop doing that.
Absolutely.
Not at all.
So Kisha, I wanted to ask you, when you look at like fighting through adversity, I know this is something that Nazeeh knows well. Like you said, being injured, and after he, actually had done such a fantastic job in even helping the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl, making those plays and coming up as a rookie. But how is it now that he has to get out there and prove himself again, in camp, to make sure that he gets on that roster?
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm sorry. My phone froze. I'm sorry. I didn't hear the last thing you said.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, how has it been, and let's just say, how do you navigate supporting him through camp and just kind of, helping him to put those adversities from the past, leaving them in the past and doing what he's got to do in the future?
I've always been a straightforward person. So for my kids, even for him, I tell him what it is, whether he's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not the mom that said, "Oh yeah, you're good if you did a bad play." I'm not that mom. If you
Girl,
suck,
tell me
you
about
suck.
it. They look at me like
I don't
committed
do
a
the whole,
crime.
"Oh yeah, you're good." I'm a yes man. No ma'am. You didn't play good. You missed the tackle. You slipped. Like none of that. But
Okay.
Right.
but yeah, it's just keeping them grounded, keeping them level, keeping them positive. Because a lot of people have always been dogging him. So like even on Twitter, and I just laugh because like I tell people now, y'all fans. If y'all keep talking about my son as much as y'all talking, y'all fans. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all continue to be fans. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset. He gonna still be on the field because the Chiefs have spoken. So regardless of what y'all feel, what y'all say,
Right.
that's how I pretty much carry it, to be for real. Because
And just tell him
I'm
to
so
get what he
positive.
got.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
They're trying to be where he is. And that's why I always tell people, some of y'all can't do half the stuff that he does. So how can y'all judge?
Thank
Right.
you.
And
And he got 2 rings. They ain't got none. Some of them never
That
even play
part.
football. And I
and
just look at them. Y'all football coaches. Y'all can't do this.
That part. Out of 4
that
years, he got
part.
2 rings. So he's not doing bad, I would say.
Right.
Right. And you got
Okay.
so many people that, like you said, Kelly, never even played football unless they were just like
Yes.
outside in the front
Yeah.
yard or
Playing Madden. Playing Madden.
yeah. And they really
Exactly.
can be so critical. And as Kisha and I spoke, a little while back, like, give them a chance, let them get
Yeah.
out there. sometimes if they don't have opportunity, they're not even on the field. How are they going to show you what it is that
Exactly.
they can do?
Nobody's
And then,
perfect, and that's what people don't
No,
realize. No one's
nobody.
perfect.
Well, the Chiefs believe in him because if they didn't want him, I like to tell him, he wouldn't be there.
I know
That
that's right.
that
So
part.
that's all that
That's how I
matters.
say it too. That's why I
Yeah.
don't pay. I don't like I've always told him, don't worry about the naysayers, and he doesn't anyway. At first, it used to affect him when he first got in the league. Now he's just like, yeah, I don't pay him no mind. And
Yeah,
I tell him he
Quincy
they
like
fans
that.
anyway.
I had to learn from Quincy because boy, I let me tell you, I had to learn social media. I can't be on there during the season like that because listen,
I can't do it at
not
all. I told y'all this last time. I stay off of Twitter. I may go on Facebook a
Yeah.
little bit.
it don't even have to
Yeah,
be about
I
my
can't do it.
child. If it's somebody else that I'm cheering for, supporting, and you ragging them, I had to learn because boy, some of the fans, I was like, "Where you at? You need to come meet me."
Okay. And
I
it's too
know
many
that's
And
right.
we
if
come
it's
in the
somebody on my team,
you
that's
know.
one of his teammates, you ain't even finna do that. I cheer for everybody that's on that team. You not finna do that.
Uh,
That's
But
right.
I learned. I have learned because sometimes when he sees something I posted, he'll get somebody else. Please tell my mama to take that down.
uh-oh. We talking
Good
about
for me.
that.
Ambry
Keisha
was
was like, she said, I got to wait a minute and think about it and think, okay, I don't want to get that call from Nazeeh and his agents and the coaches about something that I said.
Yeah, that's what I had to
It's
learn
hard.
because
It's
he
hard.
used to sneak and get his manager to tell me. He'll be like, "Sis, take that down. Take that."
Yeah. And see, Nazee's agent knows me very well. He already know because I used to respond. Now my daughter-in-law, I gotta talk her off the bridge. Now I love her to death, but I gotta talk her off the bridge. Because I had to tell her,
Okay.
like, don't even worry about it. She was like, no, mom, they not gonna do that. And I'm like, I know, Gabby, but don't even, it's all good. It's all good. But she
Yeah,
go
it
in. I'd be
is.
like,
She'll learn. She'll learn. She'll learn. Just gotta take it. And like I said, boy, I say, look, if they talk about Jesus Christ, they gonna talk about us, whether
about
it's good
you.
or bad. So I had to
That
learn.
part.
Just let them
Yes.
talk. Just let them talk.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they tend to they follow, sometimes they're looking at us, and like I know even like in high school and college, a lot of times when they have, let's say they have a bad game, or let's just say the team had a bad game, it was a bad loss or something like that, a lot of times they're looking at us, they're dealing with it in their own way, but they're also looking at us. And a lot of times how we respond to things do, make a difference with them, so
I
it's
just let
important.
mine know nobody is perfect. You're gonna
Yep.
have your good days, your bad days. Hey, learn from it.
Correct.
That's all I can tell you. Cause it's not because it's different for us for mothers because we just think that hey we can go fix this all the time. They don't tell us
Right.
everything. They don't, and we know some of them. Some
Correct.
people deal with their emotions different. Like Quincy, he's not a very emotional person,
Mhm.
and like I said, I would yell at him, fuss at him, and 5 minutes later, I can't stay mad at him because he be like, "Ma, all that for what?" And I'm like, "Just get out of my face." I can't stay mad at him because he just does not. He's not like that. But
Right.
I had to learn as a parent also, I do not like negativity. Like at
Yes.
the games, you have to be mindful. If a person player makes a bad, play or does something wrong, you
Mm-hmm.
can't be like, take him out. He's sorry. You don't know if his family is around you. Think about if that was your child, how you would feel if your child did it and
Mm-hmm.
somebody else saying negative stuff. So that's how I had to look at things. I'm like, just don't say things because you never know who's
Who's
around you
around? Yep.
It's so
and
good.
how you would feel if that was your child. Not your, I've had to tell fans in the stands, hey, don't say
Really?
that. Hey, it was a
Right.
bad play. He'll fix it, but don't be negative. I can't stand negativity like that. I can't do it. That's one thing that's my downfall. I have to tell people, be mindful what you say. If you got something bad
Mm-hmm.
to say, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Don't
Don't say
say
it
Keep
at
it in
anything.
all.
your mind. Keep it in
But
your
Right.
mind.
true.
Because what if I tell
Mm-hmm.
them, what if that was your child? Then they'll shut up.
That's true. And a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times people really don't think about that. And they can just say some real raw things in the stands and not,
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because
you
I
know,
tell you, these Saints fan down here.
oh, really?
I was like, it's preseason. Give them a chance. Give them a
Right.
chance. Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. I just had to just learn the hush sounds. They are awful. They
Wow.
are awful.
Well, and it's just getting
Or
started, like you said. So, I was thinking, I wanted to shift gears for a second and talk about those lessons. And Kellee, you're speaking to them. You're learning your lessons and how to support your son and be in the public and deal with, people. And actually, sometimes you got to school people on how they're behaving. But I would imagine that your son is learning a lot of lessons, and one being coming into the league, being a rookie, getting this first time contract with a lot of money, and learning that, okay, so now you got, this million and this, that over there, but then you got these 887,000 over here that's guaranteed, and then the other money is not necessarily guaranteed. So there's a lot of learning, curve for rookies coming in. I was just wondering, who is the person that really guide your son? Who does your son take a lot of advice from in terms of how to deal with finances, how to deal with coming into the league as a rookie?
Well, come speaking on that term, it all started in college because of NIL. He formed a very, very financial minded team with his agent, his manager. We covered all that before he even got here to let him know, financially, this is what you have. You don't want to spend it all one time. I've entrusted them, over the years because they've guided him and show him how to manage his money. I don't tell him what to buy, but I just tell him, hey, think about this later. So we were blessed to have the team that we have. Very well-rounded financial advisors to help him on that. So it wasn't really too hard for him.
Okay. And I see that now the kids are learning so much more on the business end, because of NIL, like coming out of college or in college, they're learning how to navigate with all the contracts, with the money that they're getting, which is so outrageous. It's beautiful, but outrageous, I say, because, 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, but but the main thing I will let these parents know that they're the ones that are in college now
Uh-huh.
with this NIL. A lot of them they don't know that you have to still pay taxes on this money. It's going to
Yeah.
That's
get you
right.
in the long run. That's why I say if you're getting that big money, then you should already have a financial advisor. You can't really have an agent, but you can have a manager there to guide you on
Mhm.
that because a lot of these kids don't know that they have to file taxes.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct.
Mm.
And me being, I have my own tax business, hey, from day one, I let them know. Make sure that these 1099s, all this stuff, you sending it to his address in South Carolina because we don't want no slip ups. The
I
Mhm.
know that.
IRS, we not dealing with that.
Wow.
Right.
And
That's right.
you have your own tax business, but we do see that mothers and fathers too, but mothers are becoming so much more involved in the business aspect of their sons' careers, which is such a beautiful thing and so necessary because there are so many people out there that are just waiting to take advantage of you. They're going to give you the wrong advice. And most of the time, I mean, I know we got some parents out there that you might want to not have your finances, but
Look, I tell them, I'm there for the support. I don't tell them what to do, but hey, if you have a question, it's my job to make sure you understand it. You ask in order to get the answer, you have to ask questions. And like
yeah.
I said, we are blessed with the financial team and the management that we have. So
Mhm.
he doesn't have to just come to me every time and be like, Mama, what's this? Mama, Mama, Mama. No, I've
Mhm.
let them handle that. And they always, reporting to me to let me know, hey, this is what we have right here. This is the next step we're going to go. So,
Mhm.
you just gotta be there. Some people tend to think like, hey, well, I'm gonna say the athletes, oh, my mama trying to tell me what to do with my money.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
No, we
Correct.
just making sure you don't lose your money.
Right.
So then if you lose your money, who you coming back to? Because I don't have it.
Okay.
Just be responsible. You want to buy, like I tell them, buying 5 or 6 cars.
Uh-huh.
Why are you buying all these cars when they're sitting there? You can't drive them all at once.
That
Right.
I'm
Hmm.
good. That's my gripe with my son. He's very frugal, but when it comes to his cars, he likes his cars.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I go to his home and there's 4 or 5 cars sitting in the driveway. Why?
But Quincy, he's more into fashion. He's a fashion guru. I
Okay.
look, I say, ooh, do you know what I could have did with $5,000? I could have
Right.
had plenty of outfits, shoes to match, keep getting my hair done every week.
They don't know how to dress like we do. They don't know how
Oh,
to put that together.
Yeah.
okay. You spent how much on them shoes? Oh my gosh.
Ain't feet
Mhm.
hurting all day long.
Okay.
That's
That,
I just say. I tell them, hey, just you make money. Don't let money make you.
right.
That
Stay
part.
humble. That's all I ask you to do.
Yeah.
Keep God first and stay humble and
Yeah.
let Him direct your paths. It'll come. It'll come. Hey, I like I say, I don't tell you what to do with your money. Just be mindful and be smart about it. Because
Right.
you can Google all these people that have millions of dollars, athletes who had all this money, and look now where they are. They don't have it. Filing
Right.
Mhm.
bankruptcy. you know, you don't want
Old
that.
taxes and all types of stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
That
So,
is.
out of everybody, and this question is for all of you, out of everybody who has been in your son's lives, who has been the person that has had the biggest influence or impact on them when it comes to sports and just life in general? I'm curious.
Who want to go
For
first?
me,
Uh-huh.
I would say myself. I think I
Okay.
was because I was a single mom before I met my husband. It was just always us. So I had three kids before I met my husband. I have a total
Mhm.
of six. I got two bonus babies, and I had four.
Okay.
So we've always been close since Pee Wee League. So I'm trying to see how to say this, like the communication, the connection that we have as far as anything that we talk about, from money to finances to ladies to wherever, we've always been able to do that, no
Mhm.
matter what, whether it's high, low, good, or indifferent. He can call me for anything, like any type of big decisions. He'll call. He'll be like, "Mom and Dad, I got a life changing decision to make. Should I do A or should I do B? What do you guys
Uh-huh.
think?" And I start out and say, "Well, listen, this is my opinion. I'm gonna give you my opinion, and what you do with it as you will. Whatever you decide to do, I'm gonna back you. But if there's
Right.
anything crazy that can harm or hurt or do something crazy, I'm telling you straight up, you're not
That's
doing
right.
it. I don't care how much
Exactly.
money you got, how I don't care. I'm gonna tell you no.
You are.
That's
And if
right.
you're wrong, you're wrong. Period."
Mhm. I feel
So
you.
myself, I would say myself and my husband for Bree or whatever. It depends on the conversation where it's going. Like I say, he will speak with his dad more. They'll go off into the football. I'm coming like Keisha. You did this wrong. You did this wrong. I didn't like that. Change those cleats. You screwed off. I'm on stuff like that. Prior to
Mhm.
the games, I'm texting him during the games. Not that he's getting the messages, but I'm texting, okay, good play, son. I'm like, or texting, what the hell was that? Or, stuff like this. So when he comes back, we got a little something to laugh at. Like, this lady's crazy. But like I said, majority of the time, if it's something like financial, it'll go through his dad and I.
Mhm.
Something with the ladies, he'll probably lean more towards his dad. It
Yeah.
just depends on, what the conversation is, what the topic is. But he talks to both of us.
Okay. And you
Well, it goes the same for me. But me being a single mother of four, after I divorced my ex-husband, all of my children, father, it took a village. It back in 2005, I got sick. I started having seizures in my sleep.
Me
They
too.
were, yeah, they took them 3 years to figure out what it was, what caused and everything. But my parents, both of my parents were there.
Mhm.
My dad, he taught them everything. I was there, strong willed, but he taught them how to be a man.
Mhm.
Something that, I couldn't teach them. And he started
Mhm.
them sports and everything. But we lost my dad, Quincy's he was in his right before he transferred. That was 2022. So like 3 years ago when my dad passed, that took a toll on him.
Mhm.
He always tells me, when people interview him and ask him, who's the biggest, mentor or influence, he always says to me. And at the NFL combine answering the questions, I just beat cancer in January. I had colon cancer
God bless.
Praise
God
God.
is good.
Uh,
all the time, y'all.
yeah.
And look, 13 days after I had my surgery, I lost my mother. And my children,
Wow.
like I said, raised with my mother and father there, they were close to them. And it took, like I said, he's not an emotional person, but he just knew. He always said, Mama, you've always been a strong person. You made sacrifices for me and my siblings, always at practice. If you didn't see me at practice or a game, you knew I most likely had a seizure. That's the only time I would miss. I had to put my life on hold, to raise them. Nothing to nobody came before them. And like I tell him, you don't owe me nothing. He gets mad when I say that, but I tell him, son, that was my job as a mama to do that. God chose me to be your mama. So I just let him know, hey, you got this. Look where you made it to.
Wow.
I'm gonna be there for you no matter what. And
Oh,
God has blessed me with such a respectful, humble child.
Wow.
We got that bond. Like I said, I have 4 children, but me and him had that third child connect and bond like that because I'm the third. My twins, my mom had one, my dad had one, but when Quincy came, he was my baby. Then my daughter's the only girl, so she was everybody's baby. And I just tell him, we got this. God only brings us to it to bring us through it. If I, like you told me, to keep fighting to beat this cancer when I thought my whole world was over. My mother had pancreatic cancer. When I found out October of last year that I had colon cancer, I just thought my world was over. And
nope.
my children motivated me and kept me going. Seeing my mother in hospice, they telling us 24 hours, 48 hours, that she wasn't going to make it. I was about to lose it. But then God told me in that bed, he said, Kelly, everything is going to be all right. And when I heard my son's name called on April the 26th, 2025, it just, my whole world changed. And I said, hey, I had to take care of both my parents for the last 3.5 years. When that day came, he said, Mama, it's time for you to live your life. You've always helped other people. So, that just keeps it going. I tell him, hey, you just got to keep pushing no matter what. It's only a minor setback for a major comeback. And I
Absolutely.
let anybody know that.
I love it.
Anybody.
I love
Yes.
it.
And we as strong Black mothers, we
Yeah,
have to stick together.
we sure do.
Because you never know what someone is
Absolutely.
going through. They smile on the outside, but in
Yeah.
the inside, you just don't know. It's the
Amen.
mental part of it. That's why I say
Amen.
check on people.
Mhm.
Check
Yes.
on people every day. If you love them, check on them. You could be here today and gone tomorrow.
That's
Even
true.
your strong friends, your strong friends,
Yes.
check on your
Even
strong
strong
friends.
friends.
I
Yeah.
look now that we're in this circle together, like in
Mhm.
the group chat when everybody go nephew. Hey, that's what we supposed to do. Go nephew.
Right.
We
Absolutely.
gonna cheer for
Exactly. That's
all of them.
listen,
That's
both
how
of
you gotta
y'all. You
keep
already know.
going.
I say nephew anyway. Y'all
Oh,
already
you
know
know
how I
how
do.
we
Anyway,
do.
right?
You
Anyway.
remember when we met Keisha back in 2021 when I was sick and you reached out to me and you sent me that aloe
Yes,
water tea
ma'am. I
spray?
sure did.
Because I
Mailed it
was
right
sick
to your
throwing
house.
up. She surely
Yes.
did. That's how we
Oh,
met. Through
that's
That's
the
a
how we met
sister
beautiful,
years ago.
call.
that is
Yes.
a beautiful thing.
I
Yeah.
was
Keisha,
sick. She didn't know anything. She's like, what's your address, sis? I'm gonna send you something.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
And
I
we've been in
love it.
and we kept in touch ever since.
And
That's
you know,
right.
this is amazing how that circle is because when I was sitting down and I was thinking, okay, let me reach out, and then we connected. Nobody knew like who was going to be on the show, right? And then all of a sudden, look, here you are, and you can speak to who Keisha really is
Oh
from the
yes.
like a genuine person that really does care and look out. That's
Thank
that's
you.
God. That's God
She
work.
surely did. I can
Thank
give a
you.
look,
testimony on that.
look,
Honey, she sent me a whole big gallon. Then she knew
And I
me, but
still
she's
make
we
it. I make
didn't,
that Eskimo. I still drink
Oh,
it too.
really? Wait, is
Yes,
it
she
sea
surely
moss
did.
or is it aloe? Which one or both?
I want some
Both.
sea
I
moss.
still both.
Yeah, she sent me
And
the
sea moss.
aloe. Yeah,
I
she
Uh-huh.
sent her
sent
the
that.
aloe. I sent her a 30 gallon of aloe.
Sure did. I
A
was
gallon of
throwing up.
aloe.
They didn't know what was causing me. I couldn't even drink water to keep it down. And
Mm,
Correct.
she sent me that. And once they found out, they said it was gallstones. They just were hidden. They hadn't formed yet. And I
oh,
got my gallbladder removed. And I was drinking that. And everything came out just fine.
isn't that something? Wow. That
God.
Yes.
is a blessing. Wow. Well, I'm gonna have to, I already knew Kisha is, she keeps it together health wise. And I didn't say, her one of her special talents. I said, she got knees better than a 19-year-old.
Okay, look, she gotta show me how to get it. Look, I seen her that she doing the TikTok. She be rolling and popping. I
Oh,
say, oh,
I
Lord.
and got the shape
I
to
say,
do it.
honey,
Said, I don't even
she
know.
got the Megan Thee Stallion knees for real.
Okay. You have me
Listen, y'all
looking
listen.
like
I
I'm here
refuse to be
for.
called old, y'all. So I gotta keep young. I gotta keep young for the kids because I like to have fun, man. And my kids keep me
You
so young.
better.
I swear to you, they keep me
My
young.
kids tell me I'm extra. They already know. So, like you said on game day, they don't know what I'm wearing that day. I have 20 million different ideas. You gonna know me. Either you gonna know me by my red hair, or you gonna see me something that said Quincy on it, showing that that's my son.
I know that's right.
Look, I'm waiting on my jersey now to get blinged out. I say down here, honey, they, the Mardi Gras, all that stuff. Like you got to be
Do
seen.
all
So
of
I'm
that.
waiting for my jersey to be blinged out.
So you
I
is
know that's right.
New Orleans, because you've been out there quite a bit, right? Like how many times have you been there
Since he
so
got drafted,
uh-huh.
this is my third trip out here.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what do you think about the community? Because with these guys, our boys have to go to so many different,
Yeah, they're friendly, Like I said, if they cheering for you, even like I say, I met people. No, these last couple years they record haven't been, up the par like that, but they show love. When I tell you, every time you turn around, somebody dancing, shouting, they they doing it, honey.
and I
You
love
can go downstairs in the hotel, outside the hotel, somebody on the sideline, two people sitting there beating on the buckets, playing, they gonna make it. You gonna turn up second line. Oh, the one lady that told me you need a umbrella. I'm gonna make you an umbrella. What's your son name? I'm gonna make you an umbrella.
I
I
love
say,
that.
okay. Okay.
That
Yeah,
is
but it's good. The only thing down here is different that is, that I'm not used to, like, is the weather.
mm,
Otherwise than that, I'm good. Good food,
I was about
mm,
to say, speak on
everything.
food. Yes, yes.
mm.
Good
Speaking on that for
food.
sure.
Look, I gotta get on those Ozempic
On
or
the side,
something.
'cause we got a lot of time in our feet.
Yeah, it's good down here. It's a good home environment if you're not used to it. Well, we're from the South, so we're from South Carolina. So it's
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of stuff that's similar.
What
Yeah.
part of South Carolina are you from?
I'm Columbia.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, born and raised.
Nice.
Here,
I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
From, further north, but we got that southern thing going on.
Well, that's still the South. That's still the South.
Yes, it is. And
Yeah.
what is Minnesota like? Carmen, have you been out there yet?
no, I haven't been.
Oh,
Looking
okay.
forward to it in a way, and then in a way now all this snow and weather. But we from Michigan, so we used to stuff like that. But
Yes.
we're gonna
Yeah.
see how this goes this year.
Well, at least y'all got an indoor stadium, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
I know.
absolutely. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's a
But
Like
good
Keisha,
thing.
y'all out there, like out there in Kansas City. Look, it's too cold out there. I can't sit out there in that snow.
Did you not see the snowsuit, sis, that I bought? I got two of them. I got a
Yeah, I
red and a
saw
white
you
one
wear.
with the moon boots. I am not playing. I'm not going to be cute. I'm going to be warm. I've
I
learned
know
my lesson trying to be
that's
cute.
cute, right?
Look, I done looked at the
Snowsuit it
schedule.
is,
I
sis.
said
Snowsuit
the
it is.
yeah, I said the cold states that we gotta go to. Like we play Buffalo, but we don't play them in the wintertime. We play them in September. So I say, okay, we good on that.
okay. Oh my
Yeah, you're
goodness.
safe for September for Buffalo. You safe in
Oh
September. Anything
yeah,
past that, I
man.
wouldn't go up there.
Mm.
Man, we go to Chicago in October, so I don't know how the weather will be around that time, but I don't think it'll be ice cold like that. I just can't take it. I was like, man.
Wow.
It will be. Trust me. And you bet that lake effect also. Yeah, it'll be cold.
So
Mhm.
Carmen, where you originally from?
We're from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, Detroit. Okay.
Mhm.
That's what I said. It'll be cold in Chicago. Bundle up.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah.
your son played at Michigan, right? Ambry,
Yes.
Michigan. And
Okay, go big blue. As long as you don't say Ohio State.
Kelly, your son played at Ohio State?
No, no, no. I would say go big blue. I said as long as she didn't say Ohio
Oh,
State. I
okay,
don't know.
okay.
Mm-mm. Can't
don't
do
even
it.
say that name at all.
You can't do that. Ohio State. No, it was one of
Look,
his teammates. He played at Ohio State, and well, Quincy
Your
went to
son's
Louisville, but we're Clemson fans because
oh,
we're from South Carolina. And I tease him all the time. I said, "Thank you for falling down so we could get that pick to go to the championship." He's like, "Mom, really, Mom?" He was like, "I was like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing."
right.
that's
So I'm
funny.
just look. I'm playing.
Yes.
I'm not.
I told him, "Thank you for falling down." He's like,
I
"Wow."
know he just had to laugh.
Yes,
I love
because
it.
I'm a competitive person. That's why I said.
Me
Oh
Mhm.
too.
my goodness.
We don't even say that name. You just said it 3 times. We don't even say it.
Oh,
Okay, look, good.
that
Good.
is funny. So I know for sure traveling is one of those things that, for families and for moms, we no matter where they are, we are going to be there. And I just love that, about us. And it's funny how, like you said, we were talking, in our chat. And I'm constantly, my son is not in the NFL, but when he was in college, everybody was everywhere, and we
Yeah.
just were always talking and supporting each other. Like if you needed to come, you needed a place to stay, or we needed to travel together and all of that. So I know y'all are going to be, running into each other, playing against each other. I have a quick question for you. Got any quick predictions? And I know we're gonna be biased because we got boys on the team, but we have any quick predictions on the season?
Look,
I'm trying to
I'm
go
gonna
back
say
to a
it like,
three-peat. I need a three-peat over here. I'm just saying. I'm
Oh,
gonna just
well,
look,
y'all missed
now
throw
back
that in the
you
atmosphere.
like I told you, I always say go nephew, but I can't go for the Chiefs because they go my look. I'm a Ravens fan, but I'm a Saints mama. And
oh,
y'all done held us back too many times. And Lamar got that chip on his shoulder.
I know
amen.
He
that's
got
right,
it.
sis.
And see, I got nephew on there. Then I got one of his teammates that played with Quincy. He just got drafted to the Chiefs.
Okay.
Ashton Gelati.
Okay, it's what your offense or defense?
Defense. He on the defensive
Okay,
line. Ashton
Mhm,
okay,
Gelati. He got that curly hair.
mhm,
okay. I'm
Yes.
gonna ask Nazeeh about it because I'll be down
Yes.
there on Thursday. So
Yeah,
mhm.
I can go for nephew. I just can't go. Y'all can't keep us down. It's the Ravens going to the Super Bowl.
but I'm
And
predicting the Vikings all the way.
okay.
Look, well,
All
see the Vikings, they NFC, right? They
Look,
NFC.
are they?
I think so. Mama, I don't think they
I
are.
think they're the NFC because Kansas is AFC, so they're yeah,
right.
they're NFC.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
yeah,
Wow. That's
Well,
yeah.
interesting.
well, I hope my Saints get a chance to go. We're kind of young, rebuilding mode, but hey, we gonna get there. We just, take Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
true.
gotta,
So I
just
have
get
to
everything right. We got a new coach,
yes,
and I
and
can
you
see the fight in them.
gonna
So
be. I have to say that I really liked what I saw in Spencer Rattler in the game, because y'all were. It didn't look like the Saints was going to be able to. Pull that one off. And I mean, even though
yeah,
y'all tied, I just like what I saw in him. He was quarterback for my son at the with the Sooners. My
okay.
play for a season in Oklahoma, and he's looking good. He really is
Yeah,
looking good.
both are like I tell people, it's the preseason. Whoever they name as a starter, that's who you gotta go for. So
Absolutely,
you gotta
absolutely.
support them. You gotta support them.
So I have to ask you, are y'all part of the Shador Sanders Auntie Club?
No,
No, me either.
You're not? Well, and
Me either.
okay,
I
so you
wish him luck, whatever, I
yeah.
don't wish bad luck on nobody. Hope he
But
successful,
I go for my son all day. I love him to death though, but I go for mine. You know how I do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm stay.
no,
Look, I
no,
can't comment on that one. I can't comment on it.
okay,
Yeah, I
yeah,
love mine though. I ain't even go. I'm always support, but I love mine.
That's
Right.
right.
That's what I'm
okay.
My
saying.
my opinion on that, it is, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at
Don't
all.
say anything. Okay, I feel you. I feel you
Here.
because there's a lot going on these days, and I know some people are just like, nothing else. But I'm with
Yeah.
you. I wish them all well, and I know that there are so many kids, so many young men out there trying to get an opportunity.
Oh
And
yeah.
all
One
they got
percent, y'all, is 1%. We got our boys as the 1%. That's what I keep trying to tell people. They talk a lot of trash, but 1%. Our boys made it though. Like,
So
did.
look,
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
They
I
did.
speak
Got
on that.
that right. That's why I
So
tell him, you can't do what my son did, then don't open your mouth.
don't even talk about it, huh?
totally agree.
Did you
So
make it? Did
They need
your
to get
name
some
get
moms
called?
football out
Did
here. We,
you
we,
did
need-
you
we need
make
to
it?
do like a flag football game or something for the moms or something. Because I like to play. I play sports now.
Look,
have mercy.
look, I
I'm
have to have you on the side. You'll be ready to jump on the ref's head in flag
You already
football.
know.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's set it up. Let's do
You
that.
already know.
I can see you out there showing out. Look here now. You see that I was right there. She yanked the flag 5 yards up the field, and you gonna mark me right here?
And look, and I'm a Capricorn all day. You understand me?
Oh
That is the
goodness.
Capricorn in me.
That would be funny, but I know one thing. I'd be too scared to get out there and then run any
Not
kind of
me.
Now I'll be the coach. I can be the coach.
me
Uh,
too.
we have to.
I'll be the coach.
We
So
set that up during the season. Keisha, set that up. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'll be the coach because I ain't sweating on my time. I'm
Yes.
telling you.
I'll be on the committee.
Carmen, what
Yeah.
you
So
say? I'm
you'll be on the
sorry.
committee. Okay. She said
Yeah.
she'll be on the committee. I
Yes.
just be the
I
coach
said,
because
set
I ain't
that up
sweating on
during
my
the
time.
season. Let's do this. Let's do it.
So we
I'm telling you, we got to do it, man. I'm telling you, we need to have a mom's flag football game. Don't have to be everybody on the team. It can be different moms. Just have a good little
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Let's
you
do it.
said it, and if we can't do it this year, we got a year to plan for it.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
exactly. We can go ahead. Yeah.
I'm down with it. So
For sure.
we've had such an amazing conversation, and we definitely have to close with talking about some of the amazing work that we do in our communities, because like all of you have 4 kids, each of you have 4 children, right?
I have 5.
5. Okay, wow. And so, in
I got a
addition,
set of twins too.
wow.
Okay, yeah. I got 4 children, 3 grands. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Interesting. So,
working on my 6th grand now. The 6 is on
Okay.
the way.
uh-huh.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm
I have
grandma.
4
I'm
with
I'm the
kids
type of
grown. I got
grandma.
4 kids with 2 bonus babies. So
Yes,
Okay. Wait,
yes.
look, we gonna
Well,
speak of you finna have your first grand soon.
Okay,
I
she
hope so. I'm
does.
listening. I'm waiting. I
And
am so ready. I'm tired of playing with the cat and dog. I'm tired.
that's
uh-uh.
Okay. It's about time to bear the cat and dog. It's coming.
congratulations
It's coming.
on that beautiful wedding. So you're
Oh yes, that was very beautiful.
yes,
Okay.
and that
Thank
I
wedding.
you.
seen sister in
Thank
that in
you.
that in that in that sequence gown. I said, look at her like she going to the prom.
Mm.
Listen, because they was like, yo, Keisha, where you get your dress from? Blah, blah, blah. I said, Amazon.
Right.
Did
All
you-
right.
I
She
She's
said,
my
said,
Amazon.
first of all, let me tell y'all something what I don't do. I have no problem spending the bread, but I'm not, nice on Amazon, but the shoes was on point. I'm not spending
okay.
all that money on no damn dress I'm going to wear one time. I'm not made.
I know you
$59.99,
sound like
baby.
me. Exactly.
Make it,
59.99.
make it,
And
make
that
You can
dress,
make it happen. That's
that
what I'm
dress was
telling you.
Thank
hidden
you.
everywhere it was supposed to be hidden, and everybody just looked beautiful. It
Yes,
was
it
Thank
was.
you.
It was very
I cried
nice.
like a big baby. I cried like this.
good.
You supposed to.
But this is the thing. What was funny was I don't even know why I cried because I knew they were married because they got married on my birthday.
It's
Uh,
just the thought in that moment. You
yeah,
get that black love. You
Yeah,
feeling that.
yeah.
He
yeah,
happy. You gonna be happy because he happy.
I
yeah.
love
That's exactly what it was. I cried like a baby though, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie
I
to you. I
cried.
did.
Look, I didn't even tell you. I cried Sunday going into the Superdome.
I know you did. It's
I
just all of
cried
a
and
sudden
going into the Superdome like this really is
really
happening.
happening.
It
Yeah,
just
It
hit
finally
me.
set in.
I'm
yeah.
already, I'm 45 out to be 46. Everything just make I get emotional. But I
Oh,
just stood there in the parking lot, the players' parking lot, and I was going into the building. And as soon as I hit the building, I just started crying. And I know people was looking at me like, "She all right?"
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, but they don't know.
Lord, thank
So
you. I just lift my head up and I said, Mama and Daddy, we made it. I said, thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
I know what that feeling is like. The very first game that my son played at Texas A&M, my family all came out, and I remember walking up. You know, you got to walk up the tunnel thingy, and I
Mhm.
just broke down. And my brother was like, he said, "Oh, ain't no crying now. This is what you've been working hard for. This is it." And I was just like, "No, I just couldn't take it. It was overwhelming. It
My
was so
friend, he told me the same thing. He's like, Kelly, you
yeah,
so that's good to cry. You did everything. And like I tell people,
Mhm.
like I tell you, you can lead a horse to a trough, you can't make it drink. But when it comes to your kids,
yes,
we raise them how we're supposed to raise them. That don't mean that they're not gonna lose sight along the way. But if you know this, if you raise up a child in the way they should go, in the end, they'll find their way back like they're supposed to, just like the prodigal son. And
mm,
you gotta just keep supporting and pushing and pushing and pushing. They might not like it, but when they get older, they'll understand.
and they appreciate it. They do.
And
Yes.
Yeah,
appreciate it. They do.
they do.
And see, they lucky to have mamas like us.
I
But
Because
say
some people can't
Exactly.
say that they have that support.
that's true.
At
They
all.
got mamas that just be there holding their hand out. Oh, you done made it. Oh, you remember I did this when you was little, blah, blah, blah. Give
Listen,
me my
I told
money.
Nina that years ago. That's one thing I never did. I would never.
I have seen
The
it.
mom.
I just laughed at them. I was like, kids in college, they as soon as they get their NIL money, they got to send it back to their mama because their mama, I need my money. You
Mhm.
remember I did this and that for you?
You supposed
well, I had my one request at 5-year-old at the Pale League. When you make it, by my house, and
Okay,
that's what
well,
he
that
did.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
And that's what
to.
he did. And we've been good.
Okay. Look,
Beautiful.
I told him, I made him laugh. I said, now when you get drafted, I need me a trip to Jamaica. That's what I want, a trip to
Listen,
Jamaica. He always told me my address gonna change. I said, I don't need no house because my parents left me
sis,
the house. Look, I'm good because I ain't gonna plan on being there. What I need a new house for to collect dust when I'm gonna be on the road every time I'm coming to your games. I don't have no babies at home. Do you know
I
waiting
know
on
that's
me?
right,
I'm
sis.
hitting the streets. I'm gonna be gone.
That is funny.
That's
Almost
all I
got
need.
12-year-old here now. I'm dropping the mirror off at college tomorrow. And then I got the one more here. I'm
No,
almost there.
Okay. What
Look,
college? What college?
you
he's
almost
going
free,
to Grand
huh?
Valley, to Grand Valley State University up here in Michigan.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, he's going up here. He wanted to go and leave me off to Georgia or whatever, but I'm not ready for it. So I told him, go 2 hours up the road. That way, if I need to pull up, I can pull up, you know.
Look, you sound like my mama back when I was in school. I need you. I wanted to go to Bethune Cookman, had a
Huh?
full scholarship there for softball. My daddy said I could go, but my mom was like, that's too far away. If something happened, I can't get to you in time. So she
Right.
made me mad. I said, well, if I can't go where I want to go, I ain't going nowhere. My daddy he tried to persuade her, but she's like, nah, if something
she,
happened, that's too far away.
yeah, that's funny, huh?
Yeah. It was
Well,
like all my older son, he went to Michigan State. Bree went to Michigan, and like say, Mary about to go here. I got
Oh,
to go close. I got to be able to get to him.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But he's
Well,
still 2 hours away. That's a good little,
Mhm.
it's close, but it's still away. He can still do his thing.
yeah,
Right. Exactly.
My
yeah.
No,
mama thought I was finna be 30 minutes away from her.
Uh-huh. Well, that's
She tried
about
to
what
keep
my
me
son
close to
was.
her.
Yeah, my son went right across town about 20, 25 minutes, and I tried my best not to be over there that often, but he didn't mind when I came with some food though, when I
right.
when I
Yeah.
None
and
of
I
them did. I bet
dropped
none
it
of them.
off.
Don't mess with nobody. Like bring it.
you know. But I know, Kisha, I know you were getting your hair done because you were headed to do some work in the community tomorrow, and that's something that I wanted us to touch on, before we have to hop off tonight. But community service, I know just how important that is for us, and a lot of times our sons, when they have busy schedules, and once they actually have this platform, they do look to us to support them in different ways. And so, Kisha, I know
Right.
tomorrow you're going to you have a speaking engagement. Tell us about first Nazeeh's Foundation 13th Promise, and then tell us what it is that you have going on tomorrow.
Yes. 13's Promise. What it is, it's a foundation that Nazeeh decided to do for myself and my husband. I was locked up before my husband was locked up. And what happened was, instead of him stopping and like stop going to school, not doing anything, he continued to grow regardless of what we were going through. Because we pushed him to stay in school, pushed him to stay in on the books, just everything. The biggest thing is giving back to the felons and their families. So like prime example, we did a camp. We've done he's done ring ceremonies. Like we're gonna have something in November for Thanksgiving for the homeless out here in Winchester, where we're going to be a Thanksgiving dinner, as well as going to do haircuts for the guys. And then we also want to do like book bags and stuff, just to give them, you know, to replenish them for the middle of the school year type of thing. And then on tomorrow, we're going to Lawrenceville jail to go talk to DOJ and just trying to, you know, give light on people that need to be out that should have been out years ago because of the drug records that have been now cleared, or they just not letting them out. So we're going to advocate for them tomorrow.
Yeah, because many
Way to
laws
go,
have
sis.
changed. And so, yeah, it's plenty eligible to come out.
Yeah,
That's right.
Correct.
My husband was incarcerated for 11 and a half years. So, yeah, I feel you on that, Kisha. That's
Yes.
a foundation to have. Ambry,
And the kids suffer a lot of times. The kids are the ones that suffer. So I try to give back to the community as far as the kids are concerned. So
Ambry has an event Saturday. We're doing the toiletries and backpacks and whatnot. He does one during the summertime with the bikes and whatnot for the kids. So this Saturday, the back to school ordeal, and you know, last year we did like the toiletries, uniforms for the, you know, until they ran out, washing liquid because that helps the moms to, you know, this,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
For
we
washing
did
school
things
clothes,
like
of
that. So,
course.
yeah,
So-
that's what went on Saturday. And
So
his
I read something
his-
that was high achieving scholars backpack drive. Is that what it is, or is that like somebody that you partnered with before?
that's someone else that we collaborate with, but yeah, his foundation is Ambry Thomas Athletic. I'm sorry, Ambry Thomas Adversity Strengthens Foundation.
Okay,
Cool.
nice.
And
Love it.
that came into play with, you know, his dad being incarcerated. You know, adversity strengthens. You know, and it does. It does.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this to the moms, like that's coming in and uncertain about what's going on right now. Just, you know, when you're to cuts and changes or uncertain roster spots and whatnot, you know, you have to be the calm in the chaos. You know, remind him that every rep is a chance to grow. It's not a test, you know, not to make him feel for or anything, because we shouldn't fear anyone but the God, you know, help him see beyond the pressure, the plays, you know, all of this, you know, to stay strong.
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Celebrate his character and not the stats, you know. By him, he's more than a jersey, you know, and especially
They watching your every move. You don't think what you're doing. You think they're not watching you, but they are.
No, they are. And then, like I say, just, you know, just keep showing up, you know, each play, get better and better each play, and keep them prayers up.
That's all you can do. Pray without ceasing. I tell mine every day. Thank God, even before He
You
gives
get
you
up there,
what you got. Thank Him. Thank
right?
Him each and every day. Even just say thank you, Lord, for letting me see another day. You got to
Absolutely.
give it to Him. Yeah, count your blessings before they come.
Yeah.
That's it.
So important for incoming moms, because I read somewhere where veteran moms, a win for them is just seeing their son come off or finish camp healthy, healthy and in their right mind, and doing a good job, right? And then
Correct.
for incoming moms, a lot of times for them is all about, you know, the stats and, you know, how well did their son do and the numbers, because they want to see their sons get on a spot. But we certainly know that for us, wins are different than they are for just the average person, because we want,
Correct.
you know, the first and foremost thing for our sons is to be healthy, because without
That's
that,
right.
they can't do anything. And you want them to be, you know, they have to find the balance, you know, with you know, just being able to enjoy life and appreciate the blessings, and not just constantly, you know, be, you know, bombarded with trying to be this,
Correct.
trying to
Work
be.
now and play later.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, I love that. But I don't know, Kellee, did you want to share anything about, any community work that
Yes. Well, Quincy's foundation is QR3 Foundation.
you are
Just
great?
getting established. My father, he was a leader in the community with sports. He's folks in the community that we live in and everything. So we named the scholarship for the school district that my children attended school with in South Carolina. So each school in that district is 7 schools. So we would pick one female, one male athlete from each high school. They would have to have at least a 3.2 GPA. Of course, doing community service, playing a sport, and they would write an essay, and that is called the Dewey Green Junior Scholarship Foundation. Starting out with that, give one male, one female a scholarship. Coming up in October, my father passed away. He had dementia, so I'm trying to do a walk for the senior citizens to recognize Alzheimer's and dementia.
Mm,
That's cool.
Yeah.
When is that,
Yeah.
Kelly?
Huh?
When is that?
That'll be in October. I was gonna do it, but I said it's too hot. But now South Carolina weather is kind of similar, but you never know. In October, it could be still 90 degrees.
yeah.
So
Reason
I
why I
just
say
want.
that, send me the information and I'll come out there because my husband is from South Carolina, from Utahville.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I think I want to say that's near Orangeburg, kind of down that way.
It's
Yeah,
country. Country,
yeah.
country. Yes.
You got that right. Look, like I tell people, you saying country, all of South Carolina's country to me. So
Country.
it
You're
don't
right.
matter. Don't holler about you from no city because it's the South. You
There's
from South
none.
Carolina, it's
that's true.
country, all country.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
funny because North Carolina, well, Winston-Salem is still country. And for me, I grew up in New York and I'm living in LA right now. And I'm considering moving back that way to be closer to my dad. And
Okay.
like
Come back.
it's country, but that's where my
Look,
people are.
the cost of the living is better.
It sure is. You can get a whole lot more for your money. I said,
Oh,
I'm just going to have to figure out how we're going to work out this thing because whenever I'm in town, even now, everybody talks about is the fish fry and who's cooking and who's doing what. And I said,
look, and
okay.
you go hear that where their fans at. Hey, that's all you hear, boy. I say, boy, if I hear that song one more time.
So I'm going Yes, I am going to make sure that we post up everybody's foundation. Make sure, that people follow up. First, I want to, give a shout out again and let everybody know to look out and to keep the prayers going for all of your sons. We are talking about Nazeeh Johnson. He is on the Kansas City Chiefs, number 13. And this is his 4th year. He's going to have an amazing year. We're claiming that right
Yes.
now,
Okay.
right here, right
Yes.
Pro
now.
Yes.
Bowl, Pro
And
Bowler.
yes, yes,
We
yes.
claiming it, sis. We claiming it, y'all. We claiming it.
And we are also claiming an amazing and healthy season for Quincy Riley. He is
Look
on
at the
Amen.
year. Look at the year.
he is on the New Orleans Saints and number
Yeah.
29, cornerback also. Y'all got y'all, I could just see it now. Y'all gonna be sitting there. You better hit, you better stop, you better but we are definitely claiming an amazing season for him. Much success. And of course, for you, Ms. Thomas, we're from Ambry Thomas, who is a
Let's go,
cornerback
Ambry. Pro
minister.
Bowl.
Yes, nephew.
Let's
Yes,
go.
we are looking for
Oh,
nephew number 23 to have an amazing and very healthy season also. And I just want to say, I
oh yeah.
truly appreciate everybody tuning in. We're going to get this thing going on a regular basis. We are going to have the Mama Bear podcast, which is on YouTube right now. It's In the Den with Mama Bear. And for me, it's all about just having moms just come on and talk and share because we got so many similar experiences. We can learn from each other, we can support each other, and most importantly, support our boys. So I just want to thank everybody for listening. I want y'all to check out the full podcast. What we're going to do is we're going to have the shorts, but we're going to have the full thing on YouTube. We're going to share
Okay.
everybody's
Okay.
information and make sure to keep it going, share, like, and subscribe
Yeah.
and do Good stuff. So I appreciate y'all. I really do.
The opportunity again. Look.
Say that.
No problem.
Thanks for the opportunity again. It's always fun.
Oh,
It's
yes.
Yes, definitely.
Next time it's going to be, it's evening, late y'all's time, and it's still a little
Okay.
early. We'll pull out our wine glasses and sit and just chop it up a little bit.
Say less. Say less.
Kisha, y'all on Central Time? Y'all on Central Time?
No,
We
Eastern Standard.
we are,
Okay.
and I'm
Yeah.
Pacific.
Yeah,
6.
I'm on Central Time down here. South Carolina, we on Eastern Time.
Yeah.
I'll have me a
Right.
blunt. I won't have me no wine. I'm a smoker.
I'm
Sorry.
going to we got a bar downstairs
Yeah,
and one on
no.
the rooftop.
Smoker, so.
I think I'm gonna go down to the one downstairs and get me a few margaritas. My daughter, she already down and she done beat me to it.
All
I
right.
know that's right. Drink for me, sis. Drink for me.
Hey, 2 shots. 2 shots away.
Love you all. And then I just got to give a shout out to my girl, Stacey McCall Harris, where we all met through the college football moms group.
Hey,
And,
Stacey.
and then this is what it was all about. And so we're going to support her too. She's doing her thing with the Stacey Mack collection and all of that.
Okay.
Listen,
Yes.
yes. I appreciate you. And I will be talking with all of y'all real soon.
All
Yes.
right.
Thank you, Nina.
Y'all
Thank
enjoy the rest of y'all night.
Welcome. Absolutely.
Talk to y'all later.
See y'all ladies later.
All
Kelly,
right.
we'll talk later. We got to talk about these seizures. Look.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
All right.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye bye.